The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Tonight we wrap up our Monday night schedule with another great matchup here in Week 17, as it'll be the Blues of Houston taking on the Chicago Bears. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line. Ready up! Go!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. You look at this Bears defense. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here we go. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Hey, Ken. Right.
Off play action. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Blues.
Now back to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, here's Fields. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards to pick up there.
A partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Here we go. Go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bears at 11-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Sutton. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down now, Tillman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You look at this Bears defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I remember years ago spending time with a top defensive coordinator, and he said the number one thing you have to do is hang your hat on something. Create your identity. This unit, they hang their hat on being stingy against the run.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They've definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go, son.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Fields now to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here we go, son.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On second down, they'll run it here. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On 4th down, they'll try and run for him. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try and sneak it here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. Oh, I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game. Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mayday. Go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go play action here on first down. He finds his target, Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, with the problems they've had giving away the football in this first half, they've got to be over the moon that this is still a tie ball game. So here's where a quarterback has to move the turnovers to the back of his mind and focus on the present. And that's a good throw there to pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's Fields.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Go.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Easy.
Fields winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he bats gets it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Looking to throw on second down, Fields. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested, because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 31 yards there and a first down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
On 1st and 10, it's Herder. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Play action. It's Fields. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Mooney, the motion man right. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, With his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down, Blue.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Blues strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here we go.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now Fields going to move them around. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Samuel in motion. Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go.
22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
And now they'll shift things around. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And Allen's got it. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
He's going to float this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And with the struggles they've had putting points on the board, he's the one who's had the breakthrough, trying to find him again for another one to try and add to their total.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Here we go.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
EQ.
Now it's Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down.
Go.
Now Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for more. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Moore, 47 yards.
And the Blues stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, side.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Press. Watch right. Sit high.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here we go, side.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go, side.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Mayday.
They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
At the 39-yard line.
Again, Fields.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
To throw is Fields.
His throw incomplete.
Pass passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Monday. Alpha. Hey, Ken.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he's going to go for it all.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Hey, Ken. No muss. Right.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what...
And got his man, complete, touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Blues have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. We're good.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that